This is the Hilti AG 6D-22 Nuron angle grinder, and we're going to walk you through why we think it's one of the best cordless angle grinders available today. So grab some popcorn and get comfortable, because there's a lot to talk about and you're not going to want to miss any of it. I want to show you the performance of this Hilti Nuron grinder, and it's a 6-inch grinder like we said. It is going to spin up to 8,500 RPM. We got some old jankety angle iron here. We're just going to grind on a little bit, see how much pressure we can put on this thing before it starts to bog down, if it starts to bog down at all. And I am starting with the more compact battery here, so it's a 1P pack. All right, now that was pretty light. I'm doing a good job of starting to take some material off of here, so let's go ahead and start bearing down and see what it does. Now you can hear it starting to bog down a little bit there, but I am putting quite a bit of pressure on it, more than I would expect to be able to do with most cordless grinders. I also want to flip this out real quick. Let's see what happens when we throw the larger battery in there. Get that second row of cells to give us a little bit of an advantage. Yeah, and I can tell the difference. There's definitely a little bit more power there going with that larger battery. Now, before we get too far away from this, there's one other thing that I want to make sure that we point out, and that's the fact that this is a Nuron tool, and Hilti's Nuron technology does give us a performance advantage. There's smarter tech in these. It's brushless motors, smarter batteries. They're talking to each other to be able to pull more power into it, but there's also some other advantages to it. You've got some tracking information in there. There's diagnostic information that's going to upload when you put the battery on the charger. So not only is it a high-performing, really well-featured tool, it's also really, really smart. So as a bare tool, this is 4.4 pounds, and notice how compact it is. It looks like a typical 4.5-inch cordless grinder, but this is actually a 6-inch grinder. So we're getting into that medium angle grinder size, but in a really compact package. I was really impressed by that. There's some other kind of physical features on here that you don't typically see on other ones. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this battery off real quick, just to make sure that we're safe. But notice, first and foremost, notice this metal plate that Hilti has added to it, and that gives clearance for that Nuron battery to still be protected against drops or just setting it on the ground and things like that. So we do have a 2-position handle here, left or right. That's not unusual, but there are some different things going on behind the wheel here. And so first thing I want to point out is this does come with a standard lock. This is quick lock available too. So if you have some of those quick nut flanges that Hilti offers, great. If not, buy one. They're really, really convenient. So let me just pop this off real quick, because I want to show you something that really impressed me when I first took this tool. And it's actually the guard here. So when I took this out of the package, I was looking going, something's missing here. There's typically a lot more stuff going on right here to make this work, but it really is just this. So with the interface, it slides in, you push your button here, and then you can hear it lock, and then just twist it over to the position you want. This is the easiest blade guard I've ever used on an angle grinder. So Hilti, great job. Let's go ahead and start talking about some of the tech that's built in, and then we're going to get into the performance. So first things first, we are used to seeing angle grinders that have torque control. They have become a more normal part of our lives, and this does have Hilti's active torque control in here. The difference is it's now 360 degrees. So what that means is if it senses a bind up or a kickback in any direction, it's going to shut the tool off. Let me show you. All right. So there's up. We do have to reset it each time. It's not going to come back on if you... And over to the side, and I'm not going to slam it down in the bottom here, but left, right, 360 degrees. If that tool kicks in any direction, boom, automatic shutdown. Now, here's the other really, really cool thing. Some of you might be groaning already because you think, oh, it's a slide switch. I don't like slide switches. I got to use paddle switches because that's the rule at work, or you just prefer them for the greater safety. But check this out. If I take my hand off of the tool, even though the slide switch is still in the on position, it shuts down. Okay, show you again. You can see if it's just off for a second, it's going to kick in. Now, if you're wondering what is Hilti calling this, it's called SensTech. So look for it on the 6-inch angle grinder and potentially future angle grinders coming up. Now, features are great, but they got to have a benefit. And the reason we love this SensTech so much is because we got the convenience of an always-on slide switch with the dead man protection of a paddle switch, and it's something we have really, really enjoyed using. As far as price goes, you're looking at $279 for the bare tool, or if you're doing Hilti's fleet management program, it's $9 a month. Now, there are only 2 batteries that we recommend using with it, and it's the one that you see here. This is the 3.95 or 4 amp hour Nuron battery, and then we've got the 7.9 or the 8 amp hour Nuron battery. Now, use the smaller one if you want to have some weight reduction without losing the performance. Use the bigger one for those longer term tasks. But the largest battery in the Nuron system and the smallest compact battery, they're a little too heavy on the high side, a little too little runtime on the low side. So these are the 2 that we recommend you going with. Now, also keep in mind, Hilti has a 22-1 warranty program. That's 20 years on the tool, 2 years free service agreement, and 1-day turnaround on your service and repairs. One of the cool things that Hilti does is it is an a la carte system, so you can build out this kit however you want. So whatever batteries you like from the ones that we recommended, whatever chargers you have, or if you've already got the batteries and chargers and you just need the tool, grab that too. Now, one of the things to remember is Hilti is a direct-to-consumer company, so the best place to get these is Hilti.com or talking to your local Hilti rep. Feel free to check out the links that Austin's putting in the description below for those. As far as questions go, feel free to leave those in the comments for us, along with any feedback you have for us. Do you like it? Not like it? You want to see more of it? Let us know. And as always, thanks for watching.